Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share it with the friends, share it on the Twitter, share it on the Facebook, share it on the TikTok, honey. If you get anything out of the content, honey, no pressure. That's if, okay? I'm not pressuring y'all to do it, but I hope you do it. Child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, Drew is at the house taking her daughter's temperature. Child, because y'all know that house been sick. They've been sick since episode 1. We on episode 8. She's talking to, I guess, whoever she hired for the season, because y'all know Drew quick to hire some people, honey. Anywho, she's talking to whoever she hired for the season about her dance moves, and, you know, she's giving her a little preview of what's to come. And so she asked Alexa, play You Already Know by Drew Sidora. Baby, Alexa said, sorry, I don't know that one. No, I just kidding, honey. But she didn't know, honey. She had to get acclimated to it. Anywho, Drew couldn't even remember the dance moves, child. She was doing a 1-2 step, honey, but it wasn't giving Sierra. I don't know what it was giving. So then Ralph comes in, and Drew is telling him about her sister coming to town. And she was like, you know, her sister used to manage her, and she was like a second mother. And she managed her up until 2020 when the panini happened. Because of her mental health and her mental state, she wasn't able to handle Drew's workload. So she had to, you know, exit stage left. And I do remember her sister doing some TikToks last season when the season was airing, and she was saying that her and Drew were like the girls about town. When everybody was clowning Drew about that whole LeBron James thing, her sister went on to Twitter and was defending her, saying that, you know, Drew definitely was that girl back in the day. So, honey, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. Her sister was definitely doing that. Anywho, so Ralph, looking how he looking, talking about, yeah, she's just done too much to me, and that's why I banned her from my home. So, according to Drew, she said that Ralph banned her sister because her sister said some things about him, like he was controlling and manipulative, so she couldn't come around. So your sister was speaking the truth. Sissy was right on the money, honey. See, this is the thing. As big sisters and people on the outside looking in, we can see what you cannot see because you are in it. Ralph don't like her because she aggravates his demons, honey, and he knows that she sees the real him, and he ain't fooling me. In the next scene, Sharay is at the house playing on Beyonce's internet, looking at the photos for the clothes that she's going to put on, whatever she's going to put on, child. So in the confessional, production was like, have you made a profit? Child, you got to sell something first to make a profit. Anywho, so Sharay was like, you know, I just feel good that I'm getting new products, especially since people are waiting, and I'm waiting to prove the haters like Kandi wrong. Sharay, ma'am, don't do it to prove Kandi wrong. We don't give a damn what Kandi thinks about it. Don't do it to prove her wrong. Do it for you. This should be something that you want to accomplish and complete for your satisfaction. And so your grandchild and your children can look up to you. You too busy worried about Kandi. Quit worrying about what everybody else thinks and worry about what's going on with you. That's the same thing you did over there with Chateau Thelma. Okay? What did you see when you went to Chateau Thelma? Nothing but dirt and rocks and sticks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Y'all know I like to throw in some old school housewives. But anyway, girl, do it for you. Don't do it because you want to prove other people wrong. So Sharay sends Kandi a text message so they can get together and talk. And I was like, child, nothing with this narration. Honey, they doing all kinds of, pulling all kinds of stunts and shows for us to be interested. I do not want to hear y'all narrating your own text messages. Hey, girl, of course I'm available Tuesday at 3. See you there. I was like, what is going on? Anywho, moving forward. In the next scene, Marlo was at home doing a live about foster care and foster care parents. She said growing up in foster care, she knows how it is and she knows how it feels, and it's her job to use her platform for good. Okay, now this I can get with. You need to take that and bring it on to this platform. Not just show us what you're doing on your Instagram live. Actually strive to be a better person. Because I don't mind hearing about your foster care. You know, people probably be like, that's boring. We don't want to hear. I don't mind, because People that are foster parents or foster children and they see you and what you've accomplished and where you are, that could really help somebody. But instead, you like to get together and act a fool. So then Sonya shows up. Hey, girl, with your neutral self. Anywho, she shows up to kiki with Marlo for a minute. They sit down. She's telling her, it's just sad that the girls can't get to know the Marlo that I know. Baby, you don't even know the Marlo that you know. Piss her off and see exactly what happens to you. Marlo is like a light switch. She's good until you piss her off, and then she's not. And these girls know Marlo for a long time. Honey, you are just stepping on the scene. Now, I know that you are trying to give Marlo the benefit of the doubt. I understand that. I really do, Sonya, because you formulate your own opinions about people according to how they treat you. But Marlo has done countless things to these other ladies that you are not privy to. She's like, yeah, I just feel like these girls bring something out of you and they make you revert back to the old Marlo. First of all, don't blame them for your unhinged friend. Nobody can make you behave any way that you don't want to. She does that because that's how she is. She's like, I just feel like, you listen to me when I speak, but when you get with the girls, it's a full-on brawl. Of course, Marlo agrees to disagree. She said, I feel like I can't ever do anything right. When I brought up the whole flowers thing, Kandi was like, F your flowers. And that made me feel like you were saying F my nephew and F my sister. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I did not agree with the F your flowers. That's just me. That's not something personally that I would say. I didn't agree with that. But you have been picking at Kandi since season 4. Let's just be real. Like, we have to be real about it. Let's begin when it started happening. Let's begin at the beginning. So they move on to her going on a date and whatnot. Child, these girls are always trying to prove something to each other. Talking about, I'm going to prove to them that they always calling me a pro and saying that I sleep around and I haven't had a man between my legs in 4 years. Well, you just got through calling them pros last season. So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Anywho, in the next scene, Kandi and Sharay go for a walk. So they find this bench, honey. They took 2 steps and sat down. Kandi is like, well, I don't know why I've been getting these arguments. Kandi, you remember what you asked Nene on that beach when y'all were on that cash trip? Why is it that you argue so much? Remember when you asked Nene that? Now you understand, Nene, honey. The heifers will come for you. And you don't have no choice but to get back with them. See, now you understand, Lanithia. So Sharay and her mink, honey, they go have a seat. And she's telling Kandi, after the reunion, she thought they were good. She was like, I thought we was cool. But then you went on other platforms and started doing interviews and stuff, saying some not so nice things about my business. That is my business. Sharay, a business entails you actually doing something to turn a profit. Signing up for that LLC is not no business, honey. Hell, I got an EIN. You're going to have to do something behind it, Sharay. Nah, girl. The world talked about these AliExpress hoodies. The entire world. You need to sit down with Dwight as well. You also need to sit down with whoever was putting those blogs up. You need to sit down with everybody who was talking. Because everybody was, girl, you worldwide. Everybody was talking, honey. Everybody was talking. She was like, I have always supported you and your businesses. And so Kandi did agree that she has supported her businesses. She's like, I just don't understand how I shaded you. Kandi, you definitely shaded her. Okay. Now we're going to have to be honest. Over on the speak on it, you shaded her. And you even said yourself on this season in the confessional that you were being petty when you did that spoof. Okay. So let's not get amnesia, honey. We're going to have to call a spade a spade. Sharay brings up the website and Kandi is like, I went there and basically it was giving error message 404. Honey, wasn't nothing on it. Okay. And Sharay was like, no, the website been up for 2 months. Ma'am. That website worked for all of 5 minutes, if that. So Sharay explaining that they got kicked out of the back end. She had to borrow from Thelma. She had to go on a date with Hotel. She had to go get a wig laid down. Honey, she just was going on and on and on. We got kicked out the back end of the spring, September joggers. Honey, she got kicked out. So then Sharay was like, listen, you don't come to me for music advice, and I definitely don't come to you for fashion advice. Honey, not the definitely. Baby, the shade, honey. She said, I definitely don't come to you for fashion advice. So they start going back and forth and back. Sharay was like, you failed a health inspection. Kandi said, yeah, but I went back and passed it. Did you go back and put your website up? Because it's looking like no. So then Sharay was like, my website been up. So then Kandi called this lady's brand She by Shein. Ma'am, please stay off the please stay off that Twitter. Sharay said, no, dear. She by Sharay, not she by Shin. Kandi, be very for real right now. I was flabbergasted, honey. I was in tears almost. When I tell y'all I hollered at that, I said, girl, not you gonna say she by Shin with a straight face to this lady's face, honey. I said, baby, this right here is a fool. So Sharay is telling her, girl, you remember when I came to your restaurant, I had 12 people with me. It took us 3 hours to get food. Then when we got it, half the stuff was out of stock. I didn't ever tell anybody about that. And, you know, on that end, I was like, you know what, Sharay, that's real of you. It really is, because, you know, sometimes you could be petty and go and say something that you can't take back, especially when everybody else is leaving reviews like the chicken be cold and, you know, and I feel like that was real of Sharay not to repeat that's the experience that she had. She said, I also bought things at your boutique that I could only wash once. Girl, that's because they're throwaway fast fashions. Everybody knows that. It's not couture. You can't go in there and get something that you're going to keep for years, honey. That's not a store that you get pieces that live on. You go in there, get yourself some skinny jeans and a top and hit the club. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. So she was like, well, at least you could get them. Touche, Kandi, touche. Kandi is like, look, that's not my design. I'm not no fashion designer. So I sell other people's clothes. Maybe you should call whoever made that outfit that you washed and it shrunk the hell up. Honey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So now they continuing to go back and forth and back. Sharay was like, yeah, you've been talking about my business. And I haven't been talking about yours. So after 30 minutes on this bench, Kandi did apologize about saying certain things on her platform about Sharay. Y'all give these heifers a round of applause. Because, baby, we have made progress. Okay? Now we have made progress. I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I feel like if Marlo had sat down with Kandi and had a conversation with her the same way Sharay did, maybe they could have gotten some understanding, honey. Shout out to Escape. Y'all could have talked about it. Y'all could have talked about that as well. Now, Sharay, you said that you appreciated her apology and everything's all good. Y'all walked away fine. Now, don't get with these heifers, then bring this up again. And don't bring it up at the reunion because I don't want to hear about it. Andrew, don't take them cue cards out talking about, Walona from Philly wants to know, Sharay, how are you and Kandi after sitting on the bench in your mink? We don't give a damn. Moving forward. Sharay ain't had a good bench talk since Nene season 2. Oh, the memories. I'm glad the heifers got past it. Now, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. In the next scene, we see like a montage of all the ladies. Kenya and Brooklyn making cookies. Brooklyn eating cookie dough. Baby, that's so me. Shout out to you, Brooklyn, honey. We're going to eat that cookie dough if we don't do nothing else. Ross and Sonia, they're out. They're talking about her ovulating and how they got to go to Pound Town later on that night. Hey, Ross. Long time no see. Honey, you made an appearance. Marlo is at home. She gets a text from Sonia about her date. Baby, Sonia going to worry her to death about this date. She done texted and called her 50-11 times. Ma'am. She about to go on the date. She gonna let you know when it's done. Girl, goodbye. At the Candy Factory, they're going over the movie that Todd is producing and directing and writing and all of this kind of good stuff. So Todd is saying, you know, he wants Kandi to get her girl on in the movie, but he don't want to typecast her. But she doesn't want to play opposite of Drew because Drew is supposed to play the wife. So he wants Drew to come in and play the wife and see how that works out. I do not want to see Drew and Kandi touching each other. I just don't. Okay, I really don't. Now, Todrick, I don't want to see it. But Drew is an awesome actress. She really is. She's an awesome actress. So, I mean, of course, if I would choose anybody, I would choose Drew. But I don't want to see her and Kandi touching and whatnot. Ooh, no, ma'am. Over at Drew's house, she's with her mom and they're waiting for her sister. They're going over the video shoot and what's going to go on. We see a screen saying that production wraps at 10:30 and at 12:30, her sister showed up. So Drew was like, you know, it was very emotional and Ralph just went to sleep. I was hoping he would be up to greet her. Now, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. I cannot fault Ralph for going to bed. I'm not staying up to wait for you to get here if I'm sleepy. It's midnight. Plus, they don't see eye to eye. Starting fresh in the morning, in my opinion. Okay? Because I don't want people to be like, well, now I feel like, in my opinion, starting fresh in the morning would probably be the best. Because, honey, he might be cranky. I don't know what time he go to bed, honey. You know, when you a cheater, you got to turn in early. Ain't nothing like a long day of cheating and you tired. Child, you gotta turn in early. So Ralph gotta go to bed, honey, so he can be up when the roosters crow, so he can get out there to Tampa. I'm glad Drew is making amends with her sister, though, because you only get one sister, or you get several, or however many, honey. These your siblings. And I am sure that she's going to need that emotional support, especially with them going through a divorce. And it actually was really sad seeing her sister be like, I'm in your home. Oh my God, I finally made it here. That was so sad to me. I was like, this is some sad stuff, child. In the next scene, it's the day of Drew's video shoot down to the Cascade. Honey, I don't know if they were at Cascade or not, honey, but it was a roller rink. And we going to get a Housewives video shoot on a franchise if we don't do nothing else. So they down there getting ready to skate. Drew's sister is there. She's introducing her to Ralph's play cousin, because I do not believe for 1 minute that Courtney is this man's real cousin. Sonya shows up with Kenya and Monyetta. They're all there on the skates. No word from Kandi. Honey, I don't know where she is. It's cute, but Drew on these skates is giving weebles wobbles, but we don't fall down. Drew, get it together. Baby, get it together. You do look cute, though. Drew was looking so cute. I said, okay, Drew, you look cute. Monyetta and Kenya in the confessional, Shade and Drew's video shoot. Monyetta talking about, I had my daughter's party at the skating rink. And what else is going on? And what's new? Girl, anyway, this right here is what's happening right now. Even the Kardashians are trying to hang out at the roller skating rink, honey. This is what's going on right now. So you're trying to shade her for what? So then Kenya talking about, yeah, it's giving low budget Beyonce blow vibes. And guess what? Everybody and their mama loved that video. And if Beyonce did this, y'all will be eating it up. You will be eating it up. I hate how they always shade everything that Drew does. I cannot stand that. Like, I know it's cute, little Kiki here and there, but it seems that they only do it to Drew, and I really don't like it. I thought she looked cute, and the song is very catchy. Okay, I like it, honey. I listened to it on the iPod. In the next scene, Marlo is on her way to her blind date. So Sonya calls her BFF to check on her. So while they're talking, Marlo was like, who you been hanging out with, you little traitor? See, Marlo wants Sonya to pick a side, but nobody gonna say nothing about that. But when Kandi asked her, well, what did you say about me when Courtney said I was ghetto, all hell broke loose. Kandi want him to choose. Kandi want him to lines. So does Marlo. She just made it really clear. Who you been hanging out with, you little traitor? Meaning you're my friend. So you should be hanging out with me. I just want to know if y'all caught that, okay? I'm just saying. So Sonya tells her that she went down to Drew's video shoot. And Marlo was like, oh, I wasn't invited to that. And y'all know how Marlo is. She hates being left out. Rewind to season 4 in Africa. Y'all know she hates to be left out. So she's like, well, let me call her and tell her I'm going on a blind date. No, you're calling her because you want to know why you were left out. So she calls Drew. And she tells her, she's going on a blind date. And Drew is shocked that she called her. She's wondering why she was calling her. Drew is telling her that she didn't understand why she was acting like that with her. So Marlo was like, oh, girl, I didn't know you were really that mad because, I'm from Florida. You from Chicago. And I mean, that's how we do. We be like, be this and be that. That's just us. She did apologize to Drew. Okay. So then Drew starts to talk and Marlo hangs up the phone in her face. She's like, B, shut up. You do too much. You was around there, piece looking ugly as hell. Wigs looking a mess. You built like a whole square. You bad body. Your man don't even want you. He too busy looking at these voluptuous bodies. You're a deranged wannabe actress. Girl, you are just mad that she left you out of that video shoot. Let's keep it real. And that right there is why Kenya and Kandi don't trust Marlo. Sonya. Okay, I hope you're watching this back because you're going to find a way to make this Drew's fault. She called Drew. Drew was very accepting of her speaking to her. What's the excuse for all this? She really has a tick. And at first I was like, you know what? I don't know what it is, but she really has a tick. The way she just flips and goes gutter low, that's just crazy. Girl, y'all were just talking. Drew didn't even insult you. Now, me personally, I wouldn't even picked up your damn phone call. Honey, you would have been calling me and looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight, honey. You would have gotten that voicemail real quick because I'm not answering you. But Drew answered your phone call and then you hang up in her face and start spewing out all this negativity all over the screen. Girl, this is crazy. So anywho, after she got through having her spell, honey, Marlo arrives at the date and she's like, oh, a first date in the strip mall. But when she got inside and realized he owned the place, oh, this is beautiful. Girl. Girl, goodbye. But I can't say he was very handsome. But listen, I watch every single season and episode of Hell's Kitchen. That man is hell on wheels. I'm just telling you right now. So they start talking. He's telling her about himself. He's 39. But then he starts telling her he has a 15-year-old, but his youngest is a 1-year-old. No, ma'am. Red flag, honey. Flag on the play. Y'all not even all the way done. She's still playing on your phone. Honey, she's still calling you, telling you the baby need diapers and the baby's in panties, honey. No. 1-year-old? Absolutely not. So Marlo was asking him, she's like, y'all still together? He's like, nah, I wouldn't even be here. Sir, you want to be on TV. So are you still with her or not? Okay, let's word it like this, because you know they be trying to play semantics. Is she with you? Okay, because you have to ask the burning questions. You say you not with her, but is she with you? If I call her, will she say you guys live together? Let me guess, it's for the kids. Girl, goodbye. So anywho, he said no, but I wouldn't risk it. I just wouldn't risk it. So they start eating. He has all this food coming out to the table, but the conversation took a little turn about her sucking the head and eating the inside. Honey, it was doing something. So she asked if there were any skeletons in his closet. He says he's been locked up. And she was like, cool, me too. We're a match made in heaven. Child, this is the best. At least they got something in common, honey, like Whitney and Bobby. He was saying all the right things, but really and truly, he just want to smash. Let's just be serious. Let's just be honest. This man just wanted to get his restaurant on TV. Shout out to you for the placement. And he just want to have the sexuals. And that was the end of the episode. It didn't really give much. I tried to zhuzh it up, y'all. It didn't really give much, honey. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about the episode. And I will comment back to you. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.